Mic check, stream check. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Ah, there we go. Did a bit of cleaning up with the old HUD. HUD? This isn't a game? Well, I mean, I guess. Not really. Anyways, you're in Celeste. Because why not? It's fun. Do you know? Technically, I do these once a month. Did I get rid of the faster one? No, I think this one had more deaths. Oh no. Yeah. Well, I don't really have anything planned. Maybe I should do a bit of warming up. Yeah, that sounds good. These runs only last an hour, so might as well just do a bit of warm-ups. You know, spend a little half an hour doing just preventing myself from doing that on the actual run. Man, that's an abysmal start. Ah, last stream of the year. Last stream of the year. Hard to believe it's already, you know, been a year. I've done this, what, March? And I've pretty much done this non-stop. Great. It's odd. You'd think that, you know, since it's fairly empty, well, since it's fairly empty here, or that nothing really goes on, that, you know, I'd be done with it, or tired of it, probably leave early. I'd imagine there'd be a curve there of people who leave, or who decide to leave. I'll call it, what would you call it, gaming entertainment? Yeah. Early on, just because it's oversaturated, whatnot. Because what they do isn't really, you know, well, I mean what they do is, well, I guess words are, how they find what they do is, you know, insufficient. So the question being, why didn't I stop? This is just gonna be a whole deep reflection, really, if no one's gonna stop me. Surprised no one could stop me. Hey, 2 strawberries, 2 deaths. What do I want to do? Let's do some harder ones. Good old reflection. Oh, kidding. That was unintentional. Wait, is this reflection? Yeah, this is reflection. This is the mirror temple. No, wait, no, this is mirror temple, not reflection. You'd think that a place called the mirror temple would have reflection. Turns out, no. Anyways, I'm just doing this cause it's games. So many games to practice, or so many new games to play, so many games to learn. Games are just great. And sometimes it can be easy to forget that. Hidden behind the personalities that go on about it. Sometimes, you know, the meaning of a game could be diminished. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it. Games are important. This is just gonna be me rambling on. I'm not even sure if the sentences I make are... if there's even any coherence. Am I loud? How's the volume? I haven't really checked that out. I feel like I'm talking a bit louder than normal. Might just be me. It is just me, surprising. Anyways, yeah. Moral of the story is, game's great. And unlike, you know, unlike others who might want to go into gaming entertainment, you know, talking about the personality, yeah, may bring about their personality. Generally, a lot of games are based on, you know, personality of reacting to thing, to game. So I kind of, I mean, if this ever pulls through, I kind of want to work on showcasing the game, because really, I mean, you can't, I mean, games are important. Like Celeste. I mean, I say this and I'm speedrunning it. But really, it just it goes to show like how they made this game quite speedrunner friendly. But you know, it's also a game about, you know, I guess, what would be the way to phrase it? What would be the way to phrase it without, you know, talking about the game too in depth, so that one could experience it yourself? I think I would say, you know, it's understanding the battle between you and mental health. Or illness, I guess. Wait, no, mental? I'm a psychologist, everybody. Oh, that was not a dive. Oh, you did not hit that switch, sir. Did not hit that switch. I held the dash button, right, keyboard, get used to it. And you know, sometimes those kind of issues and topics of games need to be explored. Or at least, you know, pondered upon, at the very least. I mean, devs spent, well, there's a whole team behind making neat games, or maybe there aren't teams. Because they want to show some form of message that can be portrayed through the gaming medium. Sorry, media is plural. That's bad. Wait, what am I doing here? There we go. Nice hop over. And just do an old volume check, just because I'm paranoid. Okay, yes, there we go. Good check. Oh yeah, you know. I guess maybe it's just because year's end. And why I'm getting all reflective and... Would you call this sentimental? Not really. Did I say that weirdly? Sentimental? Sentimental. Sedimental relates to the type of rock. Ah, Thea, let's pick you up. Nope. Nope. So in a way, I mean, I hope I could achieve that. I mean, there are other reasons why I want to do this project. Can I even call it project? Oh, everything's out of balance. Everything's out of balance. Okay. Okay. Anyways. There we go, that's actually well played. You know, I mean, there is definitely a huge part of me that wants this thing to grow. Hopefully. I know it'll take some time. I know the risks. I mean, technically I've already mentioned them before. First thing I did when I started was assess the situation. Very me. Ooh, that diagonal jump was risky. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. There's part of me that enjoys it. I mean, talking to people, seeing what they enjoy about games, talking about how they, you know. Wait, did I say what I say? Because I don't know. I mean, just hearing people talk about their favorite games, little tidbits, secrets, things I missed, reactions. I mean, really, it just might be me missing an audience. Well, not missing as in lacking, but missing as in feeling emptiness. Missing. Hey. That was surprising. And into the eye, there we go. I feel like that was well timed. 10:42, what else could we do? What else could we do? Good old hotel. Good old resort. Wait, this is chapter 3? Oh, right, 2 is, what's chapter 3? What's chapter 2 called? Can't remember off the top of my head, nope. Yeah, you know, I hope, if I still keep doing this, I hope that I'm able to see more of that. More of, you know, just talking to other people about games. It's really, if I could unite with other people in a way, it would definitely be the joy of games. If I could make a community with people, it would definitely be from games. Maybe I should save this talk for when I'm actually doing the run, just so I'm not focusing. Because I feel like these past few runs have been, honestly, really good. And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, we could wrap up the year with a new PB. Doubtful. But the possibility exists, and thus I have to acknowledge it. Maze of a room. I guess I answer. Well, so I guess to answer the question of why I still do this, why I haven't stopped. Well, you know, because games are fun. I just realized someone might have hopped into here and someone might hop into here and question why my timer isn't going despite the fact that I'm going through this labyrinth. That'll be a touch awkward to explain, now won't it? Well, I mean, as true as it is, At least it gives us some talking points. Or imagine anyone who would just drop by. But, you know, saying the explanation in the middle of, what, 15 minutes in? Wouldn't really be ideal. But, in the case that this situation does happen, it's because these runs last for an hour. And I stream for an hour and a half. I kinda need something to fill the and a half part of the stream. So this is my and a half. There you go. There be my explanation. Done. And now I feel like I've just run out of everything to talk about. I've kind of just gone focus mode. Kind of happens. Ow. It happens from time to time. Ooh, very good. To think I'd focus on speedrunning? Who'd have thunk it? When have I ever taken anything so seriously? Now is certainly not the time. You know, here I am just rambling and reflecting about what I've done in the year. What have I done in the year? Did I save this for the run? Really, that's what today's about. Reflection. Chapter 6. Chapter 6? Chapter... Yes, I think it's chapter 6. Let's see here. Yeah, there's the old site. Oh wait, it's... I literally have it here. City, old site. It's called Old Site. Celestial Resort. Golden Ridge. Mirror Temple, Reflection, and then just the end. I still haven't learned this trick. I say this every time, but I look like I do. Except for the part where I fail to execute it, but I look like I do. Want to go 4 pixels above the ground by hugging this wall, and then align yourself with the top of the what's it? Whatever that is. Whatever storage unit. Ow. No, I just can't do it now. Oh no. Oh hey, I did it now. Oops. Okay, there we go. Very good. Yes, yes. Actually, when was this record set, I wonder? When was PB best, and what was I doing? Did I do 2 Celeste runs in a row? No, I feel like I've kept up with doing approximately once a month. Once. Oh. And now everything's out of phase. But not out of phase enough. Unless... That was close. Ooh, that was also another close one. Another close one. Boom! Why haven't we kept this run? This is amazing. I regret not keeping this run. Ow. That's always a hard one. You always collide with that boy. No matter what you do. That boy's just there. Yeah, this was such a clean run. Why is this run so clean? Why did I jinx that? Oh, from back here. Ooh. That was the last possible place I could have gotten hurt too. That's a shame. Man, good thing this isn't the run. I seriously think I did better. Nope. Nope, this is where we get stuck. The instance I brought it up. Who'd have thunk it? Power of Jinx. What's Jinx even mean? Kind of just one of those words people use. Again, the last possible place. Kind of just those things people use. That really kind of just have a social definition more than it does its actual definition. Perhaps. I say not knowing. I guess the big word I'm looking for when I think of it is karma. Right? No one talks about the fact that whatever you get, whatever is coming for you is deserved. Just because, oh no, that's a fair amount of deaths. 10 minutes on the clock. Sure, Golden Ridge. And even if I go overtime, it's fine, just because. Thing. But nowadays, karma is just bad things happen to you. I mean, often, you know, it's often after talk of comeuppance, but sometimes karma is just bad things happen to you. No. Wow, that was a close one. That was off, everything's even. And now I have to do my best to repair that. Can't repair that. I mean, I guess, wait, no. I feel like this is the second time I've talked about this in the Celeste run. Like psychological phrases hidden, well, kind of just work behind social meanings, and how that's really just a pet peeve of mine. I mean, you know, socially, it's acceptable, but man, does it get at my nerves. And people use other words incorrectly. There are just so many psychological problems. And not like mental issues, just problems with the wielding psychology. It's just become such a... so accessible to the public, I guess would be the way to say it, and thus no one really, well, they don't really know how to use it. Yes, this is just Celeste the podcast, really. But you know, it's a quiet Thursday morn. Not much you could do there. Not much you could do. Not much you could do about it being a Thursday. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm much better when I'm not concentrating. I mean, why did I not land on the ground? I'm glad that checkpoint's there for some reason. And there we go. But yeah, I know, some words just, some psychological based words just get thrown about. And it might not even be accurate. I mean, I guess for some examples, you know, you get narcissism confused. Psychopathy. Kind of just overused. Sometimes ADHD just, or OCD, that's the one. OCD generally is, yeah, OCD is generally just confused. Such an odd notion. Maybe it's just the internet, maybe the rest of the world is okay. Somehow I doubt that. I mean, sure, I could talk about it. Why not? But, you know, OC... I feel like I have talked about this. But also at the same time, I feel like I haven't. You know, people always think that OCD is just the constant need to organize and want to organize. Or like, if they see that something's off, it's OCD based. And really, that's not the case. You could just want things organized because your brain likes patterns and order, organization if you will. Doesn't necessarily have to be OCD. And just because you're OCD doesn't mean you necessarily like to fix things. 57. I got a bit of time. Do this one, hold site? Sure, I'll do hold site. 3 minutes. Yeah, sometimes it could be... all it is obsession and compulsion. Is all it is. You think about something and you want to do something. So in the case of organization, you think about cleanliness. Well, you think about something that's to be organized. Is this where I do it? Yeah, it is. Sorry, I just went through all that so quickly. It's the thought of wanting to organize and then you doing it. And then that thought just keeps coming up over and over again. I did it downward. Right, I need to jump. This is an abysmal run. But other examples of OCD would include kind of the constant need of cleanliness. So, well, so like washing your hands over and over and over and over again, or, well, I guess whatever form of cleaning, just because you really think you're dirty. Or just whenever you touch something, you just obsess about getting clean. The obsession there is getting clean, the compulsion is doing whatever the clean work is. But no. All it has to deal with is, I want things organized. And just... moral of the story is, just because you want things organized doesn't necessarily mean, necessarily being the key word, well, it doesn't necessarily mean you have OCD. Sometimes you just, you know, what happened to the word of, I like being neat? No, but I guess nowadays everything has to be exaggerated. The internet, and thus life. Or I guess we get so confused with psychopathy. Sometimes we just call a lot of things psychopaths, sociopaths, things like that. But really, if we're to be really honest, we wouldn't really know a psychopath, sociopath until, well, keep it hidden, or until it's too late. Is often the case that goes there. Yeah, this is just great psych talk. Just me talk. Let's see, what else could I talk about next? Oh, hang on, it's the runtime. Okay, let's go to the run. Climb. Hopefully this starts, and run starts now. Yes, perfect. Ah, messed up the first part. Quick, restart. Oh, whatever. I'll be 2 seconds behind. At least. What else did I say? Narcissism? Yeah, narcissism. Often people get that confused with just people talking about themselves, or even just praising themselves. This is kind of one that kind of just backfires. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, we're fine. You know, people think it's just people talking about themselves. And really, all it is someone who wants to be kind of in the center of the... Not center of attention, though sometimes it can be. People who just want to talk about themselves. Or just... Oh, that was close. Of course, since this is a disorder, things are often to the point where things can be disruptive. But, you know, just someone may always want to talk about themselves, both good and bad. This doesn't have to be all good. But yes, in a way this kind of backfires because now it feels weird to just praise yourself on occasion. It feels weird to just talk about yourself. Talk about as if you're important. Because nowadays it's just instant narcissism. But no, I mean, some good self-praise will do you some good. Some self-credit. Don't be afraid to credit yourself. Don't be afraid to acknowledge your hard work. Man, today just feels so... Okay, game, don't... Today just feels so chill. I guess that's what happens when year wrap-up happens. And that's your psychology lesson for today. There we go, skip cutscene, we're good. 212. 2 seconds over. Okay, not bad. What else could I ramble on about while? Just to get me all distracted like. Okay, I did this one. I should be doing it by heart now, right? Right? Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I guess now I could talk about the things I've been doing while we're in the meat and potatoes of the run. Or, well, the stream. The run, things are just getting started. Yeah, it's been a year I've been doing this. I want to say Celeste is the first game well, doing this specifically being, you know, gaming content. No, not gaming content, just, yes, social media-ing. Kind of set a bit of a, I'll call it a New Year's resolution. Just to get out there a little more. Very much an internet hermit, a lurker if you will. Decided to try myself. Initially it was just because, well, generally just work. Well, sure, I could reflect on it. So yeah, technically originally made the YouTube channel just because I can showcase what I could do there. It's kind of hard just to showcase, you know, being creative. It's definitely one of my big things. being creative, but not in the sense... being creative-minded, I guess, would be the way to do it. I wouldn't say, like, I'm an artist. Visual artist, that will be. Or, you know, an animator. None of those standard art things, but, you know, they have creative thoughts, I guess would be the way to do it. I have creative ideas. And unlike a lot of people, because a lot of people have creative ideas, but I for one like to actually act out on them. And make things weird and cool. Anyways, yeah. Started the channel because, well, I wanted to showcase that a bit, among other things. You know, so intellectual ability, knowledge of games, game skills, saved 1.6 seconds, very, very nice. On par with our old run. And I get, yeah, learning audio and video. That's been an interesting thing. Especially since, I'll be honest, a lot of the resources I've been using, and I'm still using, are either just given to me, or are free. This is an abysmal run. There goes my 1.6 seconds. Celestial Resort, how do you do this to me? Oh, okay, whatever. I think I had a really good Celestial Resort in that run. This is not a good Celestial Resort. Yeah, I acknowledge that, hey, like the first video I did, literally just shot on my laptop, and was a mic. Well, actually no, mic was the only thing I've invested in, I'll say. Just because I knew, pandemic time, I'm gonna be using this mic for other purposes as well. But yeah, it's a school laptop I've already had, and a mic, and zero knowledge of video editing, audio work, and I gave myself, what was it, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month? Can't even remember. Just do whatever. And I I think I outright said, I don't see this lasting for over a year. But I'd surprise myself. And lo and behold, I think I surprised myself. I plan on keeping this up for however long it may take. As I say this as if this has an end. Really? Well, I'll get to that later, actually. And so yeah. And then since the channel is about a showcase of games and whatnot, as well as what I can do. Granted, what I can do showing to a video is felt limiting. Generally, my best creative work lies within a live audience, interaction, stuff like that, and I realized that ain't here on YouTube. Well, I mean, it can be technically, I should say. Like, I've done some cool things, but a lot of them were... Wait, yes. I lost track of myself. But a lot of what I do is because, you know, there was a cause, I guess I would say. Cause and you know, a guarantee that someone would be watching. And so perhaps because of that, I definitely felt like some of my things were empty, kinda lacking. So, you know, you could do a lot of things, especially with a video medium. And psychologically speaking, not much direct, quick feedback. Especially when you're just starting out. So then I just decide, okay, if that's not working, just do something you like, so at least you'll be at it for a while. And you know, do a little bit of a, I'll call it a long-term project, since a lot of the videos there are short-term. And lo and behold, that's what gave rise to Hollow Knight. For me. You know, it was a game I can enjoy blindly. Showcase some blind game skill, especially for a game that's claimed to be difficult. I'm proud of that one, by the way. Just going through a seemingly difficult game with minimal difficulty. Some challenge, but nothing. Honestly, all the challenges was optional. And we did manage to finish all of that. That was what surprised me. The fact that we managed to get through all of that. And the fact that it nearly didn't happen. The fact that it nearly didn't happen. Unless I was editing. But yeah. It's good to go through a difficult game. It's good to learn how to edit kind of just repeatedly. And you know, try some cool tricks. Try a new medium to do some creative things in. And granted, of course, I wouldn't say it's the best It's not the best Hollow Knight video series out there. But whose first thing is whose first thing is ever the best? So yeah, that happened. A great story. Didn't expect it to go as long as it did. I knew Hollow Knight was 21 hours, but when I was creating kind of the video series of that, thinking, you know, this would be a great way to condense down information or to make the stream into sizable chunks on video. I think it'd go a whole 80 some parts. Oh, okay, I'm almost to where I am. If I don't mess this up, I might be able to get close to where I am. And it didn't happen. Oh, that's a shame. Man, now all I could think of is their comment. How I really just am okay with that, with anything. And you know, it's kind of true. At least I do a good job at not letting it show. Okay, not bad. I'll take 20 seconds. I'll take 20 seconds off. That's fine. Cause hey, this is comparing me to my personal best. And 20 seconds ain't bad. We even got a green. But yeah, Hollow Knight was my way. Well, yeah, Hollow Knight was kind of my big project. Yeah, my big project of the time. Learn how to edit. Show I'm good at video games. Not show that I'm good. That's kind of just a byproduct. You know, showing a thing or two about games. I made a mistake. And show that, hey, at least I know some of the psychological aspects of video making. And I mean, hey, the idea of putting in digestible 20-minute videos was pretty solid. Until you realize that it's a whole 80-part series. Luckily, the next series I'll have up it's gonna be Portal. And that's just gonna be a nice 5-part series. Already edited. And all of January is accounted for. Because I think I put the Hollow Knight Coliseum VoDs for the rest of January. And, well, the rest of December as well. Whoa, that was a good grab. Didn't want to edit those just because, well, I'll be honest, I was burnt out. You're gonna be doing like a playthrough series. Go short. Go, because honestly, it's the optimal way of doing it. You know. Well, I guess it's that thing where is it optimal to go diverse media or consistent gaming? Well, consistent gaming when you're gaming like this. And technically there's an argument for both, but it really depends on the game you're playing. If you say you're a pro Valo player, Valorant, I feel like I don't have the right to say Valo. I'm bad at it. And people stick around because, well, you're the Valo guy. And yeah, you keep doing it. But I could also see the appeal of doing multiple games. To be a variety streamer, if you will. A variety gamer? Yeah. Just because, you know, you'd have access to more communities and people. But also the exchange for that is once said game is done, well, there isn't really much of an incentive to stick around anymore. No. Ooh, that was close. But you know, yeah, if I were to make an audience, I'd rather those who stick around because they want to be a part of the community or they like me. Not narcissistic, by the way. It's normal to be wanted by people. We're a social species after all. And also, you know, the want to feel needed or loved by a snowball in the face. Oh, I should have stayed. Yeah, wouldn't have known. Okay, up. Ooh, that's a weird one. Hasn't happened before. I think we're at the end. 2 more screens, I think. Yes. Well, okay, minus the actual tram. What do you call that? 20 seconds behind again. Still okay though. This is an acceptable result. Okay, reflection. No, Mirror Temple. Anyway, so stream that for half a year. Showed that I could be invested into long-term projects. You know, meet a few faces, learn how to stream, I guess, too. I'm so used to general live performances that, you know, live stream definitely felt like a return to form, if you will. Like, this is kind of what I want to do. Maybe it's exactly what I want to do. I'm clear on that part. Nope, didn't happen. But hey, if this becomes a thing, man, I'd be glad. Just about most everything I wanted. You know, talking about games, talking in front of a live audience, doing creative things. I haven't really gotten into that in streaming. Mostly because, you know, I don't know, it's hard to do your own thing. It's hard to put on a show when you aren't guaranteed an audience. It's definitely something I want to do. Just do creative little bits. Maybe like little shows or whatnot. But once again, can't do that if you aren't guaranteed an audience. Or it would feel pointless. Spending a large amount of effort only for it to go in vain. Or for no one to see. Has the screen always been like this? Oh yeah, the timer would be off. I realized. In case you missed it, we're still playing a game here. A game that, honestly, I'm kind of rocking. But yeah, I didn't expect Hollow Knight to go that long. Especially with how much I wanted to beat the game. Did I say this? Met a few people, they were great. You know, I at least upheld the mantra of not talking to an audience, but also, you know, just to be welcome here for however long that may be. I'm well aware that audiences come and go. But it's part of change, growth, development, etc. Society moving on. But I'm at least glad for the little while we've known. We've known each other? That feels a little off-putting. But yeah, that would be the correct phrasing. At least, you know, I could provide something. That I made, hopefully, you know, a little positive change. I provided a bit of respite. In my little old home. You know, I'm glad to have done it. That's why, once again, well, another reason of why I keep going. In case there's someone out there who happens to need it. Okay, let's see if we could do this part. This has just been a whole annual reflection, really. I mean, it's New Year's. It kinda... Reflection is kind of the thing. The thing you do. Anyways, that's why we're doing Celeste maybe, because I think it was one of the first games I played, or tried out. And you know, still a game I do. Still a game I practice. I really hope I can, well, I could keep doing this more. Or on a bigger scale too. No way. You know. I know. Just want to share the games I like with people. Just wanna, you know, make a community. I like people. Well, I did psychology. That'd be nice to see something come out of it, sir. But seriously, it's hard to get anything professional kind of put in, quoted, when all you are is just another gamer. I could tell you all of the little tidbits of, you know, what makes games work. I could tell you the Konami code and what it does in Contra. Really, what use does it have? Not much. In the real world. Why did you delay that? There, that's what you're supposed to do. Make it. Ah, can't believe I made that. Ah, get over there, Theo, please. Theo, please. Theo, please. Thank you. Oh, minute 20. Ugh. Okay, things are getting slower, but honestly, a minute behind? Sure. 30 seconds? Sure. I feel like warming up has made me worse. Oh well, it's fine. We'll keep up with it. We'll do better in reflection. It's not to say that, well, I guess I hold them up, that I'm just any other gamer, but I always knew games, well, games would mean something. And that's something a lot of people miss. Especially, you know, when it comes to the professional environment. You know, I like talking about, you know, the true, or like the potential of games and in the role of media. Things like that. But World hasn't really gotten there quite yet. I remember I was doing a presentation. Let's see, what did we do in that presentation? Ah, yes, we were talking about game therapy, or shoot, what was it? Play therapy, sorry. We made it great because, well, we played a whole lot of games. Anyways, I remember I was talking about the potential use of video games in therapy, and brought up the game Spiritfarer, which, if you don't know about the game, it's kind of a game about moving on from death. Things like that. And like, I had to explain, like, this is what this game is about, and it's great because, well, you know, kind of the concept of death is kind of foreign, unknown. And so how do we kind of make that talk accessible? Make it, well, lighter than it is. And so I kind of talked about that and its potential use in therapy. And the one thing that sticks to my mind is there's, well, an older gent. I don't blame him. Or it's kind of more of just a social thing. Who asked the question, you know, it's a game about death and moving on. I'm confused. Isn't, like, you know, why is this thing for children? And there's that whole notion that, you know, gaming is still generally socially viewed as something that's still a thing for children, when, you know, perhaps people deeper in gaming know that this isn't true. Gaming can be for anyone. There are a lot of there's a lot of mature things that can be done with gaming. Or, like, you know, it doesn't have to be a child's thing. Or even a man's thing. Well, a thing for a male to do. I feel like I've seen a bit of, you know, gaming being not manly, what's the word? As a masculine air to it, which also isn't true. Well, accessible to anyone else other than the masculine audience, I should say. So, a little bit true. But not entirely true. Not the entire truth. Nice. Hold my breath for that one. Did you know we're still speedrunning a game? Me neither. I'm just letting my mind go. This is great. Or maybe it's not. Maybe you don't like to see an old man ramble. I just called myself an old man. I wasn't one to care. I just did feel like an old man. But anyways, point of that story is, moral of that story is, you know, the world feels too young in how it approaches gaming for what I want to do with it. I mean, I could go out and make a change, but I'll be honest, I don't know where to start. Or well, yet continue. I'd be glad if someone else takes up the mantle. It'll be a thing. I strongly believe it'll be a thing that can be seen at some point. But I don't think... It might happen in my timeline, actually. You know, maybe when I'm old. But now is not the time. Then maybe I'll get into it. Actually, you know, it's story time. Why not? This is the year reflection. I guess when I've been doing my studies in university, since, you know, things were kind of free and do what you want, as opposed to other classes and schools, where a lot of things in previous educations felt more structured. You had to do things a specific way, but definitely, like, writing papers was more, you know, you could write what you want. Of course, you know, follow the guidelines, but you could write about what you want, what you're interested in. What was it I was talking about? Oh yeah, there was a course about... Yeah, there was a course about gods. I remember that. Whoa, sorry. Oh, just concentration happened. Alright. And then concentration was lost. Am I close? No. Oh, what is it, 3714? Sorry, it just happened where the thing where you just became aware of the world. Where you just kind of wake up, get out of your trance. Anyways, yeah, it was a course on gods and things like that, and so we had to write a paper about a piece of media portraying gods. I wanted to write about Shadow of the Colossus. An old game, but kind of does talk about kind of that aspect of gods in their role of... I really forgot what they talked about. What I talked about, sorry. Anyways, yes, I proposed the paper, and I got a huge no. Because it was game, and I was told to let go of things of just writing about those kinds of things. And then I argued it to death and and then still made a paper out of it. That's just a fun challenge to myself. And, well, you know, I don't remember what I got, but I think I was satisfied. So it must have been a good result. Well, I don't remember it being bad. Thus it must have been okay. Oh dear, 50 seconds. I think I saved some time though. No, 2 more screens. It was a fun challenge for myself. And honestly, just a good way. Come to think of it, I really did do a lot of challenges in there. That'll be fun to talk about for the future. I'm actually pretty close on time on this one. Well, I haven't made it yet, but... There we go. What was that? Yeah, look at that time. Only... Well, I haven't done it. This'll probably be 30 seconds over. But that's 30 seconds over. Not bad. Man, I feel like I could just talk. And that, everyone, is what a podcast is about. I feel like everyone does podcasts nowadays, though. It's not really ideal, especially when you're not that much of a good talker. Or you're speedrunning it in the meantime. Or speedrunning a game in the meanwhile. Let's see. Well, let's see if I could beat my best at this final stretch. Probably not, but you know what, 2 minutes over is fine. As opposed to the start of the month where I think I got 57. 57 minutes? Which was abysmal. Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? What's the thing I do? Wait, restart the run. Yeah, everyone podcasts. Everyone has opinions. Which is why I kind of didn't feel the need of doing a podcast. Because surprise, everyone has opinions. Who'd have thunk it? Human beings are human beings. I'm surprised I made that. A little behind schedule here. Yeah, this would have been sub 1 minute. It was not. Hey. And I completely lost what I was talking about earlier. It's been a year. Or near a year. Since I've done stuff. I want to say 3rd week of January-ish. Was when I began. And to think that I'm gonna surprise my past self exactly 1 year ago by doing this strongly. Granted, it's in a different manner. I mean, now it's about showing off games. Just doing what I love to do this whole time. Ah. Man, I really am zoning out nowadays. Not nowadays. This time around. A lot going on in my mind. Like the year ending. What do I do for next year? There are some things I definitely want to try and test. Or maybe, well, yeah. You know, definitely some more games I want to show. Maybe some challenges, things like that. Really the aim is just... I want to do a whole lot more shorter games. Just so then we could take full advantage of kind of that. That was close. Full advantage of variety gaming. Do a lot of whole short things just so you're able to gain the attention of more people. I mean, I say that, but it's odd. Popularity isn't really a goal of mine. Ish. I mean, I know people who said, you know, a lot of people do this because they want to make it big on the internet, things like that. I don't know. I'm just a guy who wants some people to talk to. Some people to nerd out with. Or, you know, just see people being passionate about something they really like. It really is that simple. Help people to an extent. Don't have to be popular, but I'll call it a bonus. Ow. This is part 3 of Mountain 1? Oh, come on. Nope. I'm just losing focus. Today's just let your mind stray day. Just one of those daydream mental states where you just let your mind wander. One of those weird days. I mean, personally, I like to call them Thursday, but you know. But yeah, I say creating that community. Back to what I was saying, now that I've remembered what I was saying. Creating a community is definitely an aspiration that I'd be glad to see happen. Now granted, you know, start's gonna be the roughest. I mean, it is really hard to keep things up for yourself. Especially when you're doing it mostly alone. Or to make good stuff even, when you're not even sure if someone's watching. But you just gotta take it slow. One day at a time. For me, that'd be Tuesdays and Thursdays at... Tuesdays and Thursdays at... 10:30 a.m. You know, take it slow. Should mention, everything was kind of planned. Seriously, no one's ever heard of a morning streamer. That's why I took up this time slot away from prime time. So maybe, I don't know, there's pros cons. I mean, everyone's doing stuff in prime time, and thus you would have to compete with them. But also, there's a lot more people who are free. And thus, you know, it depends on your odds. As opposed to this, it's an off time. So less people are around, but also less people are around. Of course, that's not including the factor when considering, you know, the entire global population. That's one thing I'm actually proud of. Yeah. Of what I know, you know, of the few people I've met streaming. I'm glad one of them was from somewhere within a French place, a French location. And someone was from Indonesia. I'll be honest, that was great, just whenever I heard that. Put an old smile on my face. But yeah, you know, this isn't factoring the times from across the world. Which is another reason why I chose this time. Because hey, what if people like Western-based streamers but weren't able to keep up with Western time? Then what? Then I could say hi, it's me. A Western streamer who streams at a time that is inconvenient for the rest of Western society. This is how I introduce myself to a lot of people. Hi, it's me. Because if I've got there are a few things going for me. One of them is a good morning routine. Just good life scheduling. In general. Am I at the end? I'm trying to think. Is there one more? Oh no, I'm 15 seconds. 15 seconds slower than... Okay, that was really good then. Final part of the climb. Oh no. Bit of recovery. So yeah, keep doing. Keep going. It's what I love to do. And it's what I hope will be something I really love to do. Of course, maybe I'm just putting on this grandiose speech and then I might just call it quits next week. Which I don't foresee that coming. But the possibility exists and I acknowledge it. Very important for that. Kind of just my whole life philosophy. Or worldview. If the possibility exists. Ellipses. That's the whole quote. Well, one of many possibilities of what that quote could be. Wait, no, that is the... I can't word good. We're almost done. I've been I'd say I'm surprised I've been monologuing for an hour and a half. But that's kind of been Tuesdays and Thursdays, hasn't it? This. Very close. Did I mess that up? No, I did not. Almost there. What number was that? I did not see. My mind is blurring. 11. Okay, that's a good number. Just conceptually. And not the mountain. Anyways, in conclusion. What do I say in conclusion? You know, this year hasn't been too great to me. But I'm glad that streaming has been great to me. Even if it seems lonely. even if it seems that the end goal isn't in sight. What is the end goal of streaming? It's fun to do. Great excuse to play games. While, you know, at least engaging in something. I really need to learn how to talk better while gaming. I'll improve that for next year. Call it a New Year's resolution. Actually, no, that would just be I need to learn how to talk better, period. Usually talking is that towards people. Don't have said people. And lo and behold, we're at the finish. 5541 out of, I think, 53 some. You know what? That's good. I'll take that. 2 minutes over? That's honestly okay. I got 1 green at old site. You know what? Let's keep those on. We got 3 minutes. Yeah, that's been the reflection of what's happened this past year. All in a Celeste run. Did I mention there's a Celeste run? Oh no, I feel like all of my past runs, all I've been doing was talking about the game. And it's ironic just because of what I said earlier, I want to showcase games, but, you know, a speed run. You could talk about the game so many times. This is what, my 11th run? Yeah, my 11th run. I think I have all of my runs recorded. Maybe not the first 3. Oh, those might have been on my own. I'll have to see. Seiji. Sorry. Did I say I've been practicing learning Japanese? That's a funny story. I'll save that for another day though. Why I'm learning Japanese. Which also happened at the start of the year. And I've been doing that daily since. Mostly daily. I like the credits, it's just cute. Just going back to where you once came. You know, people always talk about the climb up the mountain. No one ever talks about the descent. Because they're going down a mountain. What do you mean? No. Who knows? Hopefully. I guess one of the things I want to do for next year is I don't know, I feel like there's so many games I want to showcase and do. You know, more speed runs, challenges, things like that. But I'm definitely limited to what the tech I have now. You know, I could barely stream out of this computer. And the things I stream have to be the simpler stuff. Which is why I'm doing older games, or games that aren't visually intense. I think Fall Guys is the most intense thing I could stream. And so, which is why we've been doing Bloodstained, and which is why, yeah, Bloodstained, Portal. Luckily, you know, I know a lot about games, so I'm able to fill in the gap of what to do. But you know, there's a whole world of games out there that I want to show off. That just, you know, one day. Or maybe it won't happen. I hope it does. Wait, I hope it doesn't happen, that it won't happen. English is weird and hard. Anyways. Whew. That's reflection. That's been a reflection. That's been a speedrun. That's been an hour and a half. And that's a pie. A very sad pie. Maybe I could see how long a strawberry run goes. How many strawberries are there? 50 some? 47. Okay, maybe. Nah, that sounds too rough. To do that within an hour and 30 kinda sounds insane. I'll just lurk around here for a while. About a year later. Oh. Ah, here we go. Anything else? No. Yeah, that's been streamed. That's been the year. Happy New Year. Since, yeah, everything will be happening within the new year. Let's see. What streams are next then? Next streams. Well, yeah. After the new year, basically what I have laid out is on Tuesday we'll be doing Curse of the Moon. I don't expect to be done. So there'll definitely be 2 more Curse of the Moon streams. So Tuesday and the Tuesday after that. Wait. Oh no. Okay, it depends. Thursday, depending, might just be me wrapping up Bloodstained, or I don't think I have that planned. No, I don't have that planned. You know what? Maybe a start of the year mountain climb again. Wait, that's just a week. Oh dear. I need to think about it. Anyways, that's the current plan. I might plan on doing Super Metroid though, as my next game. That'll be fun. My next game stream. That'll be good to go through. We'll probably go about 2-3 streams, depending. I want to kind of de-rust. Super Metroid is not going to be fine, but it's kind of prep for what I want to do later on. Anyways, yeah. That's going to be stream. That was me. That was the year. This was been 2022. You know, thanks for stopping by if you have. You know, and this is just a shout in general. You know, if you've briefly seen it. I don't expect this message to get to anyone, but hey, if you've seen this briefly, if you've stuck around, or if you've done a comment, or, you know, just viewed in passing, hey, thanks for stopping by. And, well, you know, maybe the visit was long, maybe it was short, but I hope that you felt welcome, or still feel welcome. And, yeah, the advice for the day. You've done a lot this year. May not seem like it. It may seem like another year's gone and by without anything happening. But, you know, maybe all you need to do is reflect and see that you've had a lot done. You've changed, you've grown a lot. I mean, I just spilled my whole year's story here. Granted, it was a big one, but you know, from beginning self to end self, I'm sure you've seen a lot of places where you've grown, you've changed. So yeah, even if it feels like nothing has happened, even if it just seems like another year has just went by without anything happening. No, that isn't really true. Unless you're vegetative, I guess. Well, I guess you've done some literal growing, maybe. Maybe not. I guess you wouldn't be seeing the stream or the case, either. This analogy isn't making sense the more I process it, so let's just end it there. Okay. Take good care of yourselves. Always the takeaway. Take good care of yourselves. I'll say that. I always add the good because just so it has meaning, further meaning. Just so it shows that I put some meaning behind it. And well, until next time.